For those of you interested in becoming electrical engineers, here's a good application problem for you. And even though you might not understand the formula itself and where it comes from, we are given enough information so that we can plug values in, and then all you need to focus on is just doing the math. For this problem, we're told that the combined resistance is 6 ohms. So R is equal to 6. And we know that the resistance of one of the circuits is 3 times greater than the other one. So we could say R sub 2 is 3 times R sub 1. Or you could go the other way around. You could write R sub 1 is 3 times R sub 2. It really doesn't matter. And then now all it is just kind of substituting these values into your formula. So instead of 1 over R, we'll have 1 over 6. We'll go ahead and write that first fraction as 1 over R sub 1. And then I'm going to substitute R sub 2. I'm going to substitute that with 3 times R sub 1. The idea being that we just want to get an equation where everything is in terms of just one variable. In this case, R sub 1. When I'm working with equations that have rational expressions in them, I like to remove all of the fractions, and the way you can go about doing that is just multiplying both sides of the equation by the least common denominator. In this case, the least common denominator is 6 times R sub 1. So I multiply the left side by the least common denominator, and I multiply the right side by the least common denominator. Remember, when you multiply that right side, you have to distribute that least common denominator. You have to distribute it to everything inside the parentheses. So basically, I'm multiplying 6 R sub 1 to both of those terms. Why are we doing that? Well, the whole reason we want to do this is we want to get rid of these denominators. We want to simplify out these denominators. So the 6's will simplify. R sub 1 will simplify with R sub 1. 3 goes into 3 once. 3 goes into 6 twice. R sub 1's simplify. And now, what are we left with? Well, we're left with R sub 1 on the left side of the equal sign is equal to 6 plus 2. Or R sub 1 is equal to 8. We know that R sub 2 is 3 times R sub 1, so R sub 2 would be 3 times 8, or 24.